Hello and welcome to your Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey,
And I'm Jacob.
and today we are back with Wonder Woman by Tom King, the first of our DC All-In issues. Actually, this is
It is, and with the return, the new old DC logo.
the new. Well, yeah, I'll fucking take it. Come on, that's great. I love it. Give me the Bullet logo. It's awesome.
It is probably the. Let's be honest, probably the best.
It's so good. Here's the thing. I did also love the 2016 logo. I will cherish that thing, but this I love as well. I'll take it. But yeah,
let's not stall. We've got a. So this one's controversial.
I will be completely honest. I loved this issue. I thought this was fantastic. I know you're a little bit more conflicted, but did you like it on the whole, or?
I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure where I stand because there's.
Let's talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, so, this is Tom King making choices.
So we're killing Steve Trevor. And
yeah.
you know, I'm okay with that.
This, I think, here's the thing: the premise of killing Steve Trevor is a good decision. I will outright say that's a good decision, especially because I'm gonna be honest. I think in terms of this run, Steve Trevor has already served his purpose.
Yeah. Well, here's also the thing, and I do want to bring this up now. I love the title of this story. What is the point of Steve Trevor? Which, first off, is a bit of a joke title, but also, in Tom King's wonderful meta commentary way, a lot of writers never have any clue what to do with Steve Trevor, which is so funny for a run that has actually had something to say about Steve Trevor so far, especially in this issue. But I think, I think this is a smart choice. I'm okay with it. I could also totally see King resurrecting Trevor later on, but who the hell knows?
Honestly, I don't love the title.
Really? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not really that important, but...
And I think that's why I don't love it. Because it isn't important, where I feel like there are things that need to tie together in this issue specifically that I don't think, at least for me, they're not tying the knot correctly. There's a lot of illusion here, and first off, I think, honestly, I think the mistake of this issue, I didn't love the jumping around in the timeline so much.
I like that, actually, and that's going to be this whole video, is me just saying, like, no, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was really smart, but...
It is... It and the perspective are the framing of this story and the fallout from the death of Steve Trevor and how it reflects Diana. I don't entirely like the way King has played it.
Okay,
I would have much preferred it fully from Diana's perspective.
So I disagree with that for two big reasons. First off, I think getting inside Diana's head on such an emotional level is not wise yet when the story has been presented in this way. And also, I don't see what the point would be in breaking the pattern of the Sovereign telling the story when the entire run outside of Absolute Power, the Absolute Power tie-ins, have been told from his perspective and his story to Lizzie. In my opinion, of course. But
I can see where where the Sovereign's narration serves a purpose. Is the thing. I get that. I just don't love it entirely.
I think it makes sense, and I think there's plenty of time to explore the emotional fallout for Diana later. But I think for this issue, I think keeping it from the Sovereign's perspective is important, because this is his story. This is his version of events, of how, specifically telling Lizzie how she came to be. The only thing that breaks that, of course, and the only scene that the Sovereign has no narration in, is the scene when Diana does visit Steve in the afterlife, and when the Sovereign has no say in their lives, which I think is really smart. A really smart choice. I really love that scene. I think that's brilliant. I also just love a lot of the smaller scenes in this. I love the scene of them burying Steve on day 19. I think that's great. I love Clark and Bruce visiting Diana to help her through this. I think that's really smart.
Kind of wish we got a little more people trying to help Diana through this. Like,
well, I think also there's the implication, because the Clark and Bruce thing happens on like day 17, and then the implication, if you're following the days chronologically, the idea is that like after that point, Diana totally closes herself off and kind of runs away and escapes the world, even if briefly. I think that's what I gleaned from that, at least. I do also really like the cutaways to the idea of the threads coming together for the lassos. I think that's really smart. I think that was just
it's a Greek mythology illusion, is what.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the threads. It's the fates. Is the thread of the life of the life of Steve Trevor. You know, I don't want to say it comes out of nowhere, but it feels a little incongruous to what the rest of the run has been doing in terms of the Greek mythology.
Well, I think it should seem a little weird, and also I think in keeping in line with the rest of the run, it's presented very literally. So it's shown in this, like, you know, it's shown in like a place where you would just actually like pull thread from it. They're looking through it, you know. Literally made Mother and Crone looking through the different threads. I think that's really smart. That's a great way of like sort of like making it look is still in line with the rest of the run. Yeah, I don't know. I think that really worked. That worked for me at least, but you know, to each their own.
I know one of the other big things that is controversial is Diana crying over the flag out from Steve's coffin, which
I think people are reading a little bit too much into, personally.
I think they are. I think that's something that could have been avoided.
Well, I mean, she's. The idea is she steals something of Steve's to keep for her own. She's not going to steal his fucking body or anything else actually on him. So she takes the flag because it's the only thing. Yeah, like it's something that it's a way for her to like take something for herself that still reminded her of the service, which you know, the implication that she very clearly never attended the actual memorial service. She avoided that. So
well, she couldn't because she's still exiled.
But, you know, but certain people look at Diana crying over an American flag and are like, "Oh, see, Tom King just loves America." I'm like, I don't think, like, I don't know.
Here's the thing: I am also very much I do think there's some patriotism to Tom King that he could learn.
I just don't think that can be leveled at this Wonder Woman run, which has explicitly been about how America is fucking corrupt and not good.
Yeah, it's weird imagery. Yeah, there are things. This is again such a weird issue because there are things that there's things that I really like and things that I'm conflicted. I am a ball of conflict, Joey.
It's fine to be conflicted. Totally. I don't know. I really love this. Could you tell me something you unashamedly loved about this?
Oh, the fucking art. Oh,
Daniel King. All right,
we need to bring up Daniel Sampere. The art. The descent into the underworld itself, I really liked.
The underworld scene itself was gorgeous too. Oh my god!
I kind of was a little bit annoyed that Trinity's just gonna be daughter made from clay.
I don't know. I'm okay with that. I don't know.
I was hoping it would be the daughter of one of the Amazons from the first issue, which had been a theory that was going around.
Oh, see, I didn't see that, but I feel like also that may have affected your opinion in the end on that.
Yeah, that's very possible because it's a great theory, but yeah, get it.
I mean, I like the idea of Wonder Woman having a literal daughter. You know, I think if you made it the daughter of another Amazon, then I feel like that doesn't necessarily make her line up with Damian and John in the same way that they have been through all the backup stories. So I think it's fine this way. I'm okay with it at least. And also, this is the only thing that maybe I can't understand is, you know, is Steve literally being part of Lizzie, and you know, it's sure. I mean, I don't mind Steve being her father, quote unquote father, if you will. Just I don't know. There's something a little bit off about that, but
I mean, it's off because a lot of Wonder Woman's Diana's origins doesn't have a father. Like that's.
Yeah.
Like,
well, unless you're asking the New 52, in which she's, you know, still she's the daughter of Zeus for some reason, but whatever.
Yeah,
yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
That is, oh my, that is the most. That's almost too. That's almost too fucking obvious. Like
it's a bad plot point of actually a really good run. So whatever.
Because if you know anything about Greek mythology, you know that Zeus gets around, and like demigod children of Zeus are like. Just a thing. They're a dime a dozen. I don't.
We did also, of course, comment on you not liking the story being told out of order, but I think that really makes that last moment where we see Day One and the immediate follow up of the Absolute Power tie-ins all the more rewarding right before the actual birth of Lizzie. I think that's really smart. I like that. And also, this is also something that I saw people complaining about for some reason. I don't know. I like it. Lizzie being named after the creator of Wonder Woman.
Well, that was a sweet little.
Yeah, for some reason people hate that. I don't get that. That's a little weird, but I like that. I think it's nice. Elizabeth Marston Prince. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's. Again, this issue just has me conflicted.
It's fine, and that's fine. That's fine.
Like, and I don't want to come across like wishy-washy, if that makes sense. But it's King as an author is an author I find myself. I don't want to say struggling with, but not always vibing entirely with what he's doing until things come together in an end.
So what you're saying is you are continually proven wrong about him? Is that
I am often proven wrong about him.
No, but it's true though. Like we've had this before with, like we were like really thrown off about that one issue where they were like really hinting at Diana and Steve as a couple in all those dream sequences. And we're like, okay, well that'll only really work if they pull it off in the end, and they actually did in the end. And now we have this, and I feel like because I don't know, I'm reassured by the fact that I've really enjoyed Lizzie so far as a character in the backups. I'm looking forward to seeing what they end up doing with her in the main run. I think that'll be really cool.
I hope we get a little bit of serious Lizzie, because.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lizzie the backups have been light fluff, and
I mean, we've had some serious moments.
Yeah, but I like a more serious character focus.
I mean, plus
possibly
course,
a little bit separate from Damian and Jean.
I mean, plus of course the whole framing device of this story is centered around a very serious Lizzie that is trying to find something out.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see come issue, I want to say around 20, when this big Sovereign arc is set to end.
Mm-hmm.
How things come together.
Yeah.
Because I don't like King hasn't fallen apart. I think he's made some choices in this issue that I don't particularly love, but I don't think it's like tarnished the arc, if that makes sense.
Could we talk about though one of the brilliant choices of this? The brutality of letting Steve's body wash up in the water in front of the Washington Monument.
That is again. That's such
inspired.
It's an interesting image that I think again, this run is Striding Light is King questioning America entirely? Because images like that definitely.
I mean, I think he is. I think he has been. I think this entire run, like it is. I don't know. I think in a way, like it's if we're trying to find some commentary on what King believes, I doubt it is a King loves America and he wants to tell you how great it is. If anything, it is, if you are to ascribe a meaning to King's personal beliefs, it is a lack of belief in America that he's commenting on here. I think it is this moment, this issue is Diana losing that hope and trying to find a glimmer of hope within that.
I also think some of my conflict is actually coming from something that we discussed kind of on the main podcast recently about supporting casts, having non-hero supporting casts.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Although King has done a fair bit of that, and I think especially as we're gonna do, I imagine we're gonna do more Wonder Girl stuff and more Cheetah stuff going forward. Which also, I don't want to frame it this way, but Steve is out of the way now. Steve is no longer here. There's no competition, Jacob. We can make this happen.
I am not playing chess because I don't want to lose to a dog.
We can make it happen. There's no competition. I don't know. Who knows, though? We'll see. Oh, God.
I will also say, it did not help that there is a preview for a wrestling crossover DC thing at the back of this, and it
did that affect your opinion somehow?
No, but it was weird to get from this final page, not realizing that there wasn't a backup.
Oh no!
I'm like, oh, there's not a backup. This is
like, the new part of World's Finest is really weird.
It's such a weird little ad.
I don't know. I love this.
I'm conflicted about it. I don't think I disliked it. I just am a little conflicted.
And that's okay, and that's fine. And everyone else, your opinions are fine and valid too. Unless you're sending a death threat to Tom King, stop. It's fucking weird. You guys are really fucking weird. But also it's comics. It's not that serious. It's fine. It's really not that serious. Chill the fuck out. If you don't like the run, fine. Read something else. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. That about does it. Be sure to check out other Fresh-Faced one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson, obviously Wonder Woman by Tom King, Batman the Brave and the Bold by Various, as well as 2 other Batman miniseries, one of which is ending very soon, Death in the Family, Robin Lives, and we are, of course, also doing Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. We also cover Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone, and me personally, on Fresh-Faced Solos, I cover X-Men by Jed McKay. There's also, of course, the main podcast, where we just yesterday released our last episode of Flash Fall, finishing the New 52 Flash run, and next up we're starting some Aquaman Autumn, which will be the all the Jeff Parker run and Cullen Bunn and then Dan Abnett stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Check all that out. Also,
it's a lot of fun. I'm concerned about that one.
Be as concerned as you want. It's a good time, mostly. Also next week we have a bonus episode coming out in Fresh Face Comics of Jessica Jones season 1. We're talking about that and continuing the Defenders saga finally. So check that out. Also, the 3-year anniversary of Fresh Face Comics is coming up, so we have a tier list updating our ones from the previous 2 years coming out at the end of the month on the 31st for the 3-year anniversary. So check that out when it's out. Also follow us wherever you want to follow us. Our link trees will be in the description below, so follow us there. Also subscribe to the channel. Blood Donut Studios means a lot. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan,
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.